Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today's Friday, November 15th, 2024. Today we have NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, NHL, soccer, golf, news and notes, and then best bet and Fab 5 at the end. We'll start with the NFL. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to Sunday's games. Eagles over the Commanders 26-18. Eagles now 8-2. Washington 7-4. Saquon Barkley, best player on the field at 2 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, 18 of 28, 221 yards, and Jaden Daniels kind of looked like a rookie, 22 of 32, 191 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. So now we move on to Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun. First up, 1 o'clock on Fox, Packers-Bears. My line is the Packers 1.5 total, 42 3/5. And it is Green Bay by 5.5 total, 40.5. That's insane. Freaking insane. Is Caleb Williams benched or hurt or something? I know there's a report that they were talking about benching him, but they shouldn't. Because that's the Bryce Young situation all over again. So I'm going to take the Chicago Bears getting the 5 and a hook. That's a lot of points in a rivalry game. Next up, CBS, Jaguars, Lions. My line is Jaguars 13.5 total. Lions 13.5 total, 48 3/5, and it's exactly 13.5. Oh, wait a second. I had this backwards. It should be 19.5. Total 48 3/5, and it is 13.5 and 46.5. I'm going to lay the big wood with Detroit. Vikings-Titans on CBS. The line is the Vikings by 10, so 43 in the 20th. And it's 5.5 and 39.5. That's a hard one. So I'm going to lay the 5.5 with Minnesota. Raiders-Dolphins on CBS. My line is the Dolphins by 8, so 42 and 13/20, and it is 7 and 43.5. That's a close one. Slight lean Miami. Rams-Patriots on Fox. Mine's pick 'em at 41 and 7/20, and it is Rams 4.5 total, 43.5. Can't believe I'm doing this. I'm taking New England plus the 4 and a hook. I'm not going to give out the money line because I can't do that to Sean McVay against the rookie coach. On Fox, Browns Saints. I have Saints 2.5 total, 43 and 7/10. And it's 1.5 and 44.5. Slightly in Saints, but that will not be in Fab 5. CBS, Colts, Jets. I have Jets 1.5 total, 41 and 1/10. And it's 3.5 and 43.5. Under. Adore the under. The best game in the 1 o'clock window on CBS, Ravens Steelers. Mine's Pittsburgh by 5, total 48 and 3/5, and the Ravens are favored by 3, total 48.5. I'm taking Pittsburgh plus the 3 and plus 152. This is the prove-it game for the Steelers to prove that they're for real. Next up, 4 o'clock on Fox, Falcons Broncos. My line's the Broncos by 1, total 42 and 3 2/5. It's Broncos 1.5 total, 43.5. So the Falcons open as a favorite in the game. Now Denver's favorite, and rightfully so. Slight under. Also on Fox, Seahawks 49ers. Mine's 49ers by 2.5 total, 48 in the 10th. And it's 6.5 and 48.5. I'm taking Seattle getting the 6 in the hook. The Niners still have a lot of injuries. On CBS at 4:25, Jim Nantz, Tony Romo on the call. Game of the year, Bills, Chiefs. Mine's the Bills by half, total 45 and a quarter, and it's 2.5 and 46.5. I think this is a close game. This will not be in Fab 5. But I have to take the Chiefs getting the 2.5. Mahomes is an underdog, just a good bet. And last but not least, Sunday Night Football, 8:20 NBC and Peacock. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth on the call. Bengals, Chargers. I have Chargers 9.5 total 43.5. And the Chargers only giving 1.5 totals 47.5. That's because everybody's darling is the Bengals. I'm laying the 1.5 with the Chargers. Okay, now move on to college football. We'll go over the lone result from yesterday and look ahead to everything tonight and the weekend. We had a game in the American last night as East Carolina beats Tulsa 38-31. All right, 4 games tonight. 8 o'clock, CBS Sports Network, Wyoming, Colorado State. My line is Colorado State 16.5, total 50.5. And it is 9.5 and 47.5. That's low. I'm going to lay the 9.5 Colorado State. ESPN 2, North Texas UTSA. Mine's UTSA by 2, total 66 and 2/5. And it's North Texas 1.5, total 72.5. That's way too high of a total. Give me the under. On Fox at 9 o'clock, UCLA, Washington. I have Washington by 5, total 43 and 19/20. It's 4.5 and 46.5. Under. 10:15, Fox Sports 1, Houston, Arizona. Mine's Arizona by 2, total 45 and 1/5. And it's 1.5 and 46.5. Slight under. All right, Saturday. 12 o'clock, Big Ten Network. Number 2, Ohio State at Northwestern. Mine's Northwestern 11.5. I'm sorry, Ohio State 11.5, total 45 and 1/5. I'm reading these wrong. Oh my goodness. And it is 28.5 and 43.5. I'm taking Northwestern the points. ABC, number 3, Texas at Arkansas. Mine's Texas 9.5, total 55 and 3/20. And it is 12.5 and 57.5. I'll take the Razorbacks getting the points. On Fox, Utah number 17, Colorado. My line is Colorado 8.5, total 47 and 7/20. And it is 11.5 and 44.5. I wish my projected total was a little higher. I would have loved the over, but I have to go with Utah getting the 11 and a hook. Number 20, Clemson at Pitt. My line's Pitt by 2, total 61 and 3/10. And it's Clemson 11.5, total 53.5. That's way too high. Give me Pitt plus the 11 to hook. Next up, ESPN 2, number 25, Tulane at Navy. My line is Navy by 1/2, total 58 and 4/5. And it is Tulane 6.5, total 52.5. Give me Navy plus the 6.5. And plus the 205 outright. Liberty, UMass. My line is Liberty 14.5, total 52 and 3/10. And it is Liberty 14.5, total 51.5. Slight over. CBS Sports Network, Louisiana Tech, Western Kentucky. Mine's Western 16.5, total 49 and 1/20. And it's 13.5 and 52.5. Under. Next up, UL Monroe at Auburn on SEC Network at 12:45. Mine's Auburn by 6, total 45 and 19/20. And it's 24.5 and 46.5. Oh, that's way too high. Give me Monroe getting the 24 and the hook. 1 o'clock, Coastal Carolina, Marshall. I have Marshall 6.5, total 58.5. 8.5, 56.5. Woo! I could do either or. But I think the safer bet here is the over. 1:30, Murray State, Kentucky. I have Kentucky 24.5, total 53. And the 20th, and it's 38.5 and 49.5. Wait till I give you Murray State in the points. 2 o'clock, Mercer at number 10, Alabama. My line is Bama, only 11.5, total 53 and 3/4. And it's 41.5 and 57.5. I don't think this is a crush it game for Bama. I think Mercer can cover. I'm going to take the plus 41.5. FIU, Jacksonville State. I have Jacksonville State 13, total 59 and a 10th. And it's 12.5 and 58.5. Slight over. FAU Temple. My line is Temple 1.5, total 55 and 3/4. And it's 2.5 and 50.5. Over. 2:30 Fox Sports Line, Michigan State, Illinois. I have Illinois 9.5, total 45 and 9/20. And it's only 2.5 and 47.5. That's way too low for Illinois. There must be like injuries that I'm unaware of. But I'm laying the 2.5. 3 o'clock on CW, Syracuse, Cal. I have Syracuse by 1, total 54 and 3/20. And it is Cal 8.5, total 57.5. I think this Cal team's extremely overrated. Give me Syracuse plus 8.5 and plus 260 outright. Sam Houston, Kennesaw State. I have Sam Houston 18.5, total 47 and 2/5. And it's 16.5 and 42.5. Over. That's way too low of a total. Hawaii, Utah State. I have Hawaii by 2, total 57 and 2/5. And it's 2.5 and 59.5. Under. 3 o'clock, CBS. Number 4, Penn State at Purdue. Mine's Penn State 22.5, total 50.5. And it is 28.5 and 50.5. Give me Purdue to cover. On NBC, Virginia at number 8, Notre Dame. Mine's Notre Dame 16.5, total 51 and the 20th. And it's 22.5 and 50.5. I'm taking Virginia in the points. This feels like a sleepy spot for the Irish. On ESPN, Boston College at number 14, SMU. Mine's SMU by 15, total 56.25. And it's 19.5 and 53.5. I'm going to take BC getting the big number. On ABC, number 22, LSU at Florida. Is the quarterback on Florida hurt? I think he is. Let me see. Yes. DJ Lagway is injured, so I have to change this line. I have LSU 11, total 55 and 3/5. And it's only 3.5 total. That's absurd. That line stinks to the heavens. But I'm laying it with LSU in a bounce back spot. ACC Network, number 19, Louisville at Stanford. Mine's Louisville by 13, total 57 and 7/10. It's 20.5 and 57.5. Woo! Give me Stanford getting the points. CBS Sports Network, Oregon State Air Force. I have Oregon State 12.5, total 48 and 3/4. And it's 3.5 and 45.5. I'm laying it with Oregon State, but I'm not putting them in Fab 5. They've hurt my feelings this year. South Florida, Charlotte. I have South Florida by a half, total 54 and 3/4. And it's 2.5 and 53.5. I'm taking Charlotte getting the 2 in the hook. 4 o'clock on Fox, Nebraska, USC. I have USC by 1, total 47 and 3/4. And it's 7.5 and 51.5. I'm taking Nebraska getting the 7 in the hook. ESPN 2, Baylor, West Virginia. West Virginia 5.5, total 58 and 13/20. And it's Baylor 2.5, total 59.5. Ooh. Give me West Virginia getting the 2 in the hook and plus 104 outright. Although their quarterback, Garrett Green, might be hurt. Let's see. It looks like he might be back. But West Virginia should be favored. Troy, Georgia Southern. My line is Georgia Southern 17, total 54 9/10. And it's 7.5 and 54.5. I'm laying the 7.5 with Georgia Southern. They're just better than Troy. Easily. ESPNU, James Madison, Old Dominion. Mine's James Madison 10.5, total 51 and 3/20. And it's 2.5 and 51.5. I'm laying the 2.5 with James Madison. 4:15 SEC Network, number 23 Missouri, number 21 South Carolina. South Carolina finally ranked. They deserve it. My line is South Carolina by 3, total 47 and 1/10. And it's 13.5 and 41.5. That's way too high. Give me Missouri plus the points. And I know Missouri's quarterback's hurt, though. 6 o'clock, Fox Sports. Actually, no, that's a lie. 5 o'clock, Arkansas State, Georgia State. My line is Arkansas State 8.5, total 55 and 1/20. And it is Georgia State 3.5, total 59.5. Give me Arkansas State plus the points and plus 125 outright. Now, Fox Sports 1, 6 o'clock, Rutgers, Maryland. I have Maryland by 2, total 53 and 3/20. And it's 5 and 52.5. Give me Rutgers getting the points. 7 o'clock, CBS Sports Network, number 13, Boise State at San Jose State. My line is Boise by 7, total 60 and 9/10. And it's 14.5 and 61.5. Give me San Jose State getting the points. 7 o'clock, ESPN, Arizona State at number 16, Kansas State. My line is Kansas State 6.5, total 54 and 3/20. And it is 7.5 and 51.5. Over. South Alabama, Louisiana. I have Louisiana 16.5, total 58 and 7/10. And it's 7.5 and 59.5. I'm going to lay the points. Southern Miss, Texas State. Mine's Texas State by 19, total 52 and 3/4. And it's 27.5 and 55.5. I'm taking Southern Miss getting the points. 7:30 NBC, number 1 Oregon at Wisconsin. I have Oregon by 14, total 49 and 1/10. And it's 13.5 and 51.5. Under. All right, 7:30 ABC, number 7 Tennessee, number 12 Georgia. So Georgia dropped all the way from 3 to 12 in the rankings. So with the injuries that are slated, if Tennessee's quarterback plays, I have Georgia by 1/2. If Tennessee's quarterback doesn't play, then I have Georgia 5.5. The total's 49 and 7/10. And it's 9.5 and 47.5. That line was like 11.5 the other day. But it's dropping because the quarterback might be back for Tennessee. So give me the Vols getting the 9 and the hook. 7:45 SEC Network, New Mexico State at number 15, Texas A&M. My line's A&M by 32, total 54 and 9/10. And it's 38.5 and 54.5. Give me Mexico State getting the points. 8 o'clock on Fox, Cincinnati, Iowa State. So Iowa State's out of the rankings. Mine's Iowa State by 12, total 50 and 7/20. And it is 7.5 and 53.5. Minus 7.5 with Iowa State. Wake Carolina on ACC Network. I have Carolina 6.5, total 60 and 3/5. 10.5, 63.5. Give me Wake getting the points. UAB Memphis, ESPN2. My line is Memphis 22.5, total 58.5. And it's 14.5, 62.5. I'm laying the points with Memphis. They're better than UAB. That's too low. 9:30 Fox Sports 1, number 18, Washington State at New Mexico. My line is Wazoo by 20, total 69. And it's 10.5 and 72.5. I'm going to lay the 10.5 with Wazoo on the road. 10:15 on ESPN, Kansas at number 6, BYU. My line is BYU 17.5, total 55 and 11/20, and it's only 2.5 and 56.5. That's absurd. Like, Kansas has been rat line money. I mean, they won last week as a rat line. They're a rat line again. I'm laying the 2.5 with BYU. And last but not least, 10:30 CBS Sports Network, San Diego State, UNLV. My line is UNLV 16.5, total 56 and 3/20, and it is 20.5 and 54.5. I'm taking San Diego State plus the points. All right, now move on to college basketball. I apologize, I didn't do projections today, and same for the NBA, by the way, because we have a lot to do on the show with the college and the NFL. So, we'll go over yesterday's games and look ahead to today and the weekend. North Dakota over Utah Valley, 77-71. New Orleans over Lindenwood, 82-74. Eastern Michigan over IU Indy, 74-71. Citadel over North Greenville, 79-54. UMBC over Coppin State, 92-67. Robert Morris over Stonehill, 63-51. Jacksonville over SC State, 71-62. Bryant over Buffalo, 87-64. Nichols over Northern Kentucky, 61-59. Wichita State over Northern Iowa, 79-73. Missouri over Miss Valley State, 111-39. Chattanooga over Morehead State, 76-62. Oklahoma State over Southern Illinois, 85-78. Northern Colorado over South Dakota State, 78-69. Arizona State over Grand Canyon, 87-76. LSU over Kansas State, 76-65, so best bet lost. Mexico State over A&M Corpus Christi, 83-82. Cal Poly over Seattle, 75-71. UNLV over Omaha, 80-69. And Northern Arizona over Pacific, 60-57. We do have a decent window today. So, 1 o'clock, you have Texas Rio Grande, Charleston Southern. They'll be playing in West Virginia. Yeah, I'm not going to do the lines and stuff because of time. Sorry. So, 3:30 also from West Virginia, VMI, Tennessee Tech. 4 o'clock, the Urban Bennett Invitational. Stonehill and New Orleans. That's from Moon. The College Hill Classic at 4:30, Holy Cross Sacred Heart. That's going to be from Providence. The Bronco Classic, SIU Edwardsville, Western Michigan. That's actually in Kalamazoo. Rock Hill Classic, William and Mary and Winthrop. That's going to be in Rock Hill. 5 o'clock on TNT, Virginia, Villanova. That's going to be from Baltimore. That's IFG Bank Arena. All right, 6 o'clock on the ACC Network, number 20, Florida, Florida State. Fox Sports 1, TCU, Michigan. 6:30, Big Ten Network, Monmouth at number 24, Rutgers. 7 o'clock on Peacock. Great game. Number 2, Alabama. Number 13, Purdue. Is this a rematch from the Final Four? Nichols at number 17, Cincinnati. And by the way, if I had to make a pick for that game, I probably would lay 2.5 with Bama. Even though they're on the road. So Nichols at number 17, Cincinnati. Elon Gardner-Webb, Maryland Eastern Old Dominion. Tulane Furman, Field of 68 tip-off, FAU and Charleston. That's going to be on YouTube. But that's in Charleston. Mountain West Network, Belmont Air Force. Urban Bennett, Invitational, Lindenwood, Robert Morris. Maine, Quinnipiac. West Georgia, South Florida. Army, Marist. College Hill Classic, New Hampshire, Brown. UAB, High Point. UNC Wilmington, SC Upstate. Loyola, Chicago, Princeton. Florida, Manhattan. 7 o'clock, Temple, BC. Vermont, Iona. SMU, Butler on Fox Sports 2. Rock Hill Classic, 7:30, NC Central, Georgia Southern. On Peacock from Baltimore, Virginia Tech, Penn State. 8 o'clock on the ACC Network, American at number 10, North Carolina. 8 o'clock on Fox Sports 1, number 15, Marquette at Maryland. Ohio, Memphis on Peacock, also Eastern Illinois, Northwestern. Georgia, Georgia Tech. West Virginia, Pitt. Big Five Classic, St. Joe's Penn. 8:30 Big Ten Network, Wazoo, Iowa. 8:45 SoCon Ace on Sanford, North Alabama. 9 o'clock UMass number 4 Gonzaga on Peacock. Number 9 Arizona, Wisconsin. SEC Network, number 21 Ohio State. Number 23 Texas A&M. Fox Sports 2 Duquesne, DePaul. 10 o'clock LIU's Cal Baptist. Fullerton, Oregon State. And Lehigh, UCLA. All right, Saturday, I'm just going to do notables. It's a lot on Saturday. 12 o'clock ACC Network, Wofford, number 6 Duke. All right, so you have the Greenbrier tip-off River Division third-place game. Wagner Seton Hall on Fox Sports 2, Fox Sports 1. Skip Prosser Classic, Wake Xavier. Youngstown State Syracuse at 1. On NBC, Notre Dame Georgetown. That's weird. Big Five Classic campus game at 2 o'clock on Flow Sports, LaSalle Drexel. 2:30 Greenbrier Championship. 3 o'clock on Peacock, South Carolina at number 16 Indiana. Idaho BYU. 4 o'clock Colorado State at number 25 Ole Miss. George Mason East Carolina. Big Ten Network Yale Minnesota. 5 o'clock Miss Valley State at Texas. 6 o'clock Oakland at number 1 Kansas. Big Ten Network Bowling Green Michigan State. On YouTube, FAU Liberty. Field of 68 tip-off. 7 o'clock FS2. KC number 14 Creighton. College Hill Classic Holy Cross Brown. Hofstra UMass. Loyola Maryland VCU. Rock Hill Classic 7:30. NC Central William and Mary. Gulf Coast Drake. JMU Towson. William Merriman St. Louis. 9 o'clock Utah Tech Wyoming. 10 o'clock Santa Clara Nevada. Sunshine Sun campus game. Chicago State San Francisco at 10 o'clock. And then Sunday, 12 o'clock on Fox Sports 1 from Madison Square Garden, New Mexico, number 22 St. John's. It's the Patino Bowl. Rock Hill Classic, Georgia Southern, William and Mary. The Bronco Classic, Canisius, Western Michigan. Urban Bennett Invitational, 1 o'clock Stonehill, Lindenwood. Big Ten Network, St. Mary's, Nebraska. 1:30 CBS Sports Network, Clemson, Boise State. 2 o'clock Metro, New York, Jersey Classic, Manhattan, Fairleigh Dickinson. Coppin State, Miami. Harvard, Colorado. College Hill Classic, New Hampshire, New Holy Cross. Rock Hill Classic, 2:30. NC Central, Winthrop. 3 o'clock Austin Peay, number 11, Tennessee. 4 o'clock Urban Bennett, New Orleans, Robert Morris. ESPN 2, Utah, Mississippi State. On YouTube, Liberty, Charleston, Field of 68. UC Davis, Stanford. 5 o'clock on Mountain West Network, San Barbara, San Jose State. Troy, Oregon. 6 o'clock, College Hill Classic, Sacred Heart Brown. 8 o'clock, Charleston State, number 12, Baylor. St. Thomas, Arizona State. 9:30, Big Ten Network, Cal USC. And at 10:30, you have UMass Lowell and Washington. All right, now move on to the NBA. We'll go over the lone result from yesterday and look ahead to tonight and the weekend. Jazz upset the Mavericks 115-113. The Mavs had a big lead and they blew it. All right, all NBA Cup games tonight. 7 o'clock. Group B. Pacers Heat. Sixers Magic. Group A. Pistons Raptors. That is Group B. 7:30 Group A. Nets Knicks. 7:30 also Wizards Hawks. That is Group C. Cavs going for 14-0 against the Bulls. That is Group C. On ESPN, Lakers, Spurs, that's in the West. That is Group B in the West. So LeBron against Wemby. 8 o'clock, Clippers, Rockets, that is Group A. Nuggets, Pelicans, that is Group C. Suns, Thunder, no Durant, that is Group B. 10 o'clock, ESPN, Grizzlies, Warriors. That's unfortunate with Memphis' injuries. That's Group C. And then T-Wolves, Kings, that is Group A. All right, Saturday, 3 o'clock, Bucks, Hornets, 8 o'clock, Raptors, Celtics, Lakers, Pelicans, NBA TV, 8:30, Spurs, Mavs, and 10 o'clock, Jazz, Kings. And then Sunday, 3:30, Suns, T-Wolves, 5 o'clock, Heat, Pacers, 6 o'clock, Hornets, Cavs, Pistons, Wizards, Nuggets, Grizzlies, Hawks, Blazers, 7 o'clock, Rockets, Bulls, Nets, Knicks, Mavs, Thunder, 9 o'clock, Jazz, Clippers. All right, now move on to hockey. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to tonight and the weekend. Rangers over the Sharks 3-2, Flyers over the Sens 5-4 OT, Bolts over the Jets 4-1, Devils over the Panthers 6-2, Sabres over the Blues 4-3 OT, Stars over the Bruins 7-2, Wild over the Habs 3-0, Oilers over the Preds 3-2 OT, Isles over the Canucks 5-2, Kraken over the Blackhawks 3-1. All right, tonight, 7 o'clock, NHL Network, Penguins, Blue Jackets, 9 o'clock, Caps, Avs, Preds, Flames, Knights, Utah, 10 o'clock, Red Wings, Ducks. Saturday, 1 o'clock, NHL Network, Blues, Bruins, 4 o'clock, Isles, Kraken, 7 o'clock, NHL Network, Oilers, Leafs. Also on NHL Network, Jackets, Habs, Devils, Bolts, Jets, Panthers, Sabres, Flyers, Sharks, Pens, Sens, Canes, 8 o'clock, Stars, Wild, Red Wings, Kings, and 10 o'clock, Blackhawks, Canucks. Then Sunday, 5 o'clock, Blues, Hurricanes, 8 o'clock, NHL Network, Capitals, Golden Knights, 9 o'clock, Rangers, Kraken, and 10 o'clock, Predators, Canucks. All right, now move on to soccer. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to notable today. All right. AFCON. South Sudan over Congo 3-2. Lesotho over Central African Republic 1-0. Algeria and Ecuador Guinea 0-0 draw. Burundi Mali 0-0 draw. Libya over Rwanda 10-0 or 1-0. Niger over Sudan 4-0. Tunisia over Madagascar 3-2. Benin Nigeria 1-1 draw. Senegal over Burkina Faso 1-0. And then this morning South Africa over Uganda 2-0. Botswana Mauritania 1-1 draw. Today 11 o'clock Zimbabwe Kenya, Zambia, Ivory Coast, Mozambique, Mali, Eswatini, Guinea-Bissau, Cape Verde, Egypt, 2 o'clock, Angola, Ghana, Gambia, Comoros, Gabon, Morocco. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock, Ethiopia, Tanzania, and 2 o'clock, Guinea and Congo DR. Sunday, 11 a.m., Algeria, Liberia, and Togo, Ecuador Guinea, and then Monday morning at 8 is Mali and Burkina Faso. All right, UEFA Nations League. Yesterday, Austria over Kazakhstan 2-0, Faroe Islands over Armenia 1-0, Italy over Belgium 1-0, France, Israel 0-0 draw, England over Greece 3-0, North Macedonia over Latvia 1-0, Republic of Ireland over Finland 1-0, Norway over Slovenia 4-1. All right, today at noon, Cyprus, Lithuania 2:45, Denmark, Spain, Luxembourg, Bulgaria, Northern Ireland, Belarus, Portugal, Poland, Romania, Kosovo, San Marino, Gibraltar, Scotland, Croatia, and Switzerland, Serbia. And then tomorrow, 9 a.m., Azerbaijan, Estonia, at noon, Andorra, Moldova, Turkey, Wales, Montenegro, Iceland, Georgia, Ukraine, 2:45, Sweden, Slovakia, Albania, Czechia, Dutch, Hungary, Germany, Bosnia, Herzegovina. And then Sunday, 9 a.m., Latvia, Armenia, North Macedonia, Faroe Islands, at noon, Finland, Greece, Norway, Kazakhstan, Austria, Slovenia, England, Republic of Ireland, Israel, Belgium at 2:45, and Italy, France. All right. CONCACAF Nations League. Yesterday, St. Vincent over Montserrat 2-1. And El Salvador over Bonaire 1-0. All right. Today, 3 o'clock, St. Lucia, Grenada. 4 o'clock, St. Marin, Haiti. 6 o'clock, St. Martin, Curacao. And 7 o'clock, Puerto Rico, Aruba. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock, Bermuda, Antigua, Barbuda. 6 o'clock, Dominica and Dominican Republic. And then Sunday, 3 o'clock, St. Vincent, Bonaire. And 8 o'clock, El Salvador and Montserrat. And CONMEBOL. Yesterday, Venezuela, Brazil 1-1 draw. Paraguay over Argentina 2-1. Ecuador over Bolivia 4-0. And then tonight, 7 o'clock, Uruguay, Colombia, and 8:30, Peru, Chile. And there you have it for CONMEBOL, and there you have it for soccer. Now we'll look at the current leaderboard for the Bermuda Championship in PGA. So your leader right now, with score of 8 under, it's a 3-way tie. Harry Springer, Robbie Shelton, and Francesco Molinari. Tie for 4th is 7 under, Sam Ryder, Russell Knox, Lucas Griffin, Wesley Bryan. Tie for 8th with 6 under, Justin Lauer, Rico Hoey, Ben Crane, Matthias Schmid. Tie for 12th with 5 under, Patrick Rogers, Joseph Brumlett, Davis Lipsky, Trey Merritt, Chad Ramey, Raja Campos. Tie for 18th with 4 under, Ryan Moore, Andrew Novak, Vincent Whaley, Kevin Kisner, Grayson Sieg, Brandon Wu, Ben Close, Tyler Duncan, Jonathan Vegas, Kevin Doherty, Trevor Crowe, Carson Young, and Adrian DeMonte-Charzit. Tie for 31st with 3 under. We're going to do notables because of time. Joseph Bridgman, Martin Laird, Dylan Wu, Scott Stevens, Lucas Glover, Mark Hubbard, Michael Kim, Pearson Cootie, Tyson Alexander, Matt McNeely, Trevor Whitney. Tie for 42nd with 2 under. Grayson Higo, Nicholas Echevarria, Ben Griffin, Callum Tarrant, Paul Barjan, Mackenzie Hughes, Nate Watney, Hayden Buckley. Tie for 53rd with 1 under. Sangil No, Henrik Norlander, Sean O'Hare, Cam Champ, Alex Smalley, Alejandro Tosti, David Skins, Roger Sloan, Kevin Tway, Camilo Vegas, Zach Blair, James Hahn, Austin Smotherman, D8 points. Time for 60th at even, 69th. Will Gordon, Ben Taylor, S.H. Kim, Chesner V, Robert Streb, Will Furr, Rio Hisatuna, Seamus Power, Daniel Berger, Nate Lashley, YC Yuan. Time for 80th with 1 over, Nate Taylor, Peter Malnati, Joel Dahman, Ryan McCormick, Adam Putnam. Time for 90th with 2 over, Doug Gim, Nate Hardy, Kyung Lee, Richie Wierenski, Matt Trainer, MJ Daffé, Justin Sue. Time for 103 with 3 over, Kelly Kraft, Brent Snecker, Bill Haas. Time for 110th with 4 over, Robert Brem. Time for 113th with 5 over, Matthew Neesmith. And that's it among the notables. So NASCAR is gone for the year. News and notes for today. We're going to rapid fire news and notes. So the Jets expect Aaron Rodgers to return, so that's not surprising. The Bears discussed benching Caleb Williams and giving him a break and trying to save him during the losing streak. You shouldn't do that. Cowboys unlikely to hire Dion, as there's no seriousness about a reunion. And there's no NFL head coaching talks for Deion Sanders. He's focused on winning at Colorado. C.J. Gardner-Johnson had to remind the Commanders who runs that division, as he made it loud and clear. The All-MLB team came out for 2024. All the stars are on it. Juan Soto, Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, William Contreras, Vlad Jr., Ketel Marte, Bobby Witt, Jose Ramirez, Soto, Mookie Betts, Aaron Judge, Ohtani, Chris Sale, Tariq Skubal, Paul Skeens, Zach Wheeler, Corbin Burns, Emmanuel Clase, and Ryan Helsley. Second team, Sal Perez, Bryce Harper, Jose Altuve, Francisco Lindor, Manny Machado, Jackson Morrell, Jared Duran, Teoscar Hernandez, Jordan Alvarez, Shota Imanaga, Michael King, Seth Lugo, Framber Valdez, Dylan Cease, Mason Miller, and Kirby Yates. That's a nice team for the second team, too. Oh, Kyrie didn't play against the Jazz. That makes sense to why that result was what it was. Dwight Howard is eyeing a deal with the Thunder, as he knows the Thunder need a big with Hartenstein and Holmgren being out. The Dodgers are eyeing Blake Snell, Corbin Burns, and Max Fried. Just looking to add one of those guys. D'Anthony Melton sprains his ACL. He's going to be out for a little bit. Bryce Underwood declines a $10.5 million deal as he stays committed to LSU despite Michigan's offer. Harrison Butker to miss 3 to 4 weeks with a knee injury. That's not great for KC. Looks like Christian Barmore's coming back on Sunday for New England, so that's good. The NFL Combine staying in Indy like we thought it was. Lindsey Vohn's making a comeback as she is ending retirement to compete with the U.S. ski team at 40 years old. That's crazy. It was announced yesterday the Rays will be playing at Steinbrenner Field in 2025 after Tropicana Field's damage in Hurricane Milton. As the Yankees are getting $15 million from the Rays, as they're expected to receive revenue for allowing the Rays to play at Steinbrenner Field. So there you have it for news and notes. And last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. Fab 5 will come after that. So best bets going to college football, of course. And it is going to be one of tonight's games with a team I absolutely love tonight. And that is Colorado State. I'm going to lay a 50th of a unit on that. Fab 5 is getting... Actually, no. 100th. I'm going to do 100th on Colorado State. Minus 9.5. Against Wyoming. That's way too low. All right, the Fab 5. We're going to start in college football. There's a lot of stuff I like to for the weekend. Jumping right into it, I'm taking Navy getting the 6th hook against Tulane. And the units is going to be 300. So Navy getting 6th hook against Tulane's the first one. I just think that is too high of a line for Tulane to be favored by. This is a good spot for Navy as a home underdog. Pick number 2, I'm taking Pitt getting 11.5 against Clemson. Another home dog, overrated Clemson team. Pitt's not that good either, but I just think this is a anti-Clemson rather than a pro-Pitt. Pick number 3 of the Fab 5. I am going to lay points with Illinois against Sparty. I just think that this is a spot for Illinois to and you get under 3 at home as a favorite. You should win and cover that game. So it's 3. The 4th pick is going to be Georgia Southern minus the 7.5 against Troy. That is also way too low of a number. Troy stinks. So I'm laying 7.5 with Georgia Southern. The last pick of the Fab 5 There's a couple underdogs I liked. That was a few favorites. I'm going to do it, and if it bites me in the ass, so be it. I'm going to lay the 2.5 of BYU against, wait. Am I going to do it, or am I going to bet against Cal again? You know what? The easier thing to do is bet against Cal again. I'm going to take Syracuse getting the 8.5. I feel better about that than Kansas or BYU. Sorry, guys, because the fact that Kansas was the face of the rat line last week and won outright is making me nervous. So I'm going to take Syracuse instead of getting the 8 hook against Cal. Underdog, I'm taking Navy. Plus 205 to knock out Tulane, who I think is really good, but I just think Navy's being disrespected. All right, the NFL Fab 5. I thought the college one had better choices, but I do like some of the ones in the NFL. As I'll pick number 1. I am lay the big wood. I'm laying 13.5 the Lions against the Jags. That's just easy money. The Lions blow everybody out at home, especially the bad teams. They are the best at taking care of the bad teams in the league this year, hands down. Not Baltimore, not Kansas City, not Buffalo. The Detroit Lions are the best at taking care of bad teams at home. So I'm laying 13.5 with against Jacksonville with the Lions. Pick number 2 of the Fab 5. I'm going to be taking my favorite team to back. Or one of my favorite teams to back. Or am I holding that one? All right, so hang on one second. So I'm just doing some thinking here. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. All right, I made up my mind. I'm going to take a flyer with the Chicago Bears getting the 5.5 at home against the Packers. Division rivalry game. Maybe it's the last stand for Matt Eberflus. Green Bay never covers when they're a favorite on the road, I feel like. And it's 5.5. That's crazy. Give me the Bears getting 5 in the hook. Plus, I'm not convinced Jordan Love's healthy. Pick number 3. I hate myself for picking this team again. I'm betting the Patriots again, getting 4 in the hook at home against the Rams. I just think that the Rams, with some injuries and stuff, I don't know if I entirely trust them. The Pats are getting Christian Barmore back. And Rob Havenstein might be out for the Rams. That's a big deal. So I'm going to say New England plus 4.5, getting over a field goal with New England there. All right, pick number 4 of the Fab 5. I'm taking Seattle, getting 6.5. I'm betting against San Francisco again. I just don't think that they're going to be blowing everybody out like they used to. They still don't have Ayuk. They don't have Hufanga. Ward's out. And I think Geno Smith can sling it a little bit. So I'm going to say San Francisco wins close, just like last week. So I'm taking Seattle plus 6.5. And in the last pick of the Fab 5, I am laying 1.5 with the Chargers against the Bengals. I hate doing this because I hate betting against the Bengals, and the Chargers are notorious for biting you in the ass. But Cincinnati has a lot of injuries, and the Chargers are getting healthy, and it's a big game for L.A. And guess what? I have the better coach on my side, and that's Jim Harbaugh. The better quarterback's Joe Burrow, obviously. But I think coaching's going to matter here with Jim Harbaugh against Zach Taylor. So I'm going to lay 1.5 with the Chargers against the Bengals. My underdog outright pick of the week, I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers plus 152 to knock off the Ravens. I just think Pittsburgh is going to announce, hey, don't forget about us. Best player on the field won't be Lamar Jackson. It'll be TJ Watt, like it usually is. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh plus 152. So I like to get an underdog at over plus 150 to win outright. And Pittsburgh, I know, is only a 3-point dog, but they're over plus 150. They're plus 152 to win outright. So I'm taking Pittsburgh plus 152 to win outright at home against the Ravens. So there you have it for the show, and I'll be back Monday recapping everything. Look at everything on Monday. Hopefully I have some more projections for you guys, so I apologize for the inconvenience for today. Have a great weekend, everyone.